Surprise deal. Chelsea outcast on Barcelona's radar. Barcelona reaches an agreement with Eric Garcia to renew his contract until 2030. Barcelona moves to secure its stars before the season kicks off. Surprising statement from FC Seoul coach after the friendly against Barcelona. Before we begin, don't forget to share your opinion in the comments about Barcelona next season. And if you're a Barcelona fan, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and follow our page. Surprise deal. Chelsea outcast on Barcelona's radar. The summer transfer market is witnessing major shifts, especially in the English Premier League, which continues to assert its financial dominance over other European leagues. Amid these changes, Nicolas Jackson has become one of the most prominent names on the negotiation table, after Chelsea made huge investments in the attacking line by signing both João Pedro for €63.7 million and William Delap for €35.5 million. The 24-year-old Senegalese striker was a key part of coach Enzo Maresca's formation last season, and he also earned significant minutes under Mauricio Pochettino after his move from Villarreal to London. Nicolas Jackson on Barcelona's table. According to some press reports, Nicolas Jackson doesn't see a place for himself in the Blues' new project and is looking for an exit from Stamford Bridge. According to Caught Offside, in a report following what Mundo Deportivo published about the possible move of Robert Lewandowski to the Saudi League, Jackson's name was mentioned inside Barcelona's corridors as a potential option to support the attack. The report stated that Barcelona could sign the player now to serve as a replacement for the veteran Polish striker in the upcoming season before taking the lead. Although this scenario seems distant at the moment, especially after club president Joan Laporta confirmed in an interview that he doesn't expect any new signings in the current transfer window, the file remains open. Jackson has previous experience in La Liga with Villarreal, which makes technical adaptation in Catalonia smoother, especially if he receives guidance from one of the greatest forwards of the past decade. Amid the uncertainty surrounding Lewandowski's future and the overcrowding of options in Chelsea's attack, Jackson may find himself with an opportunity to relaunch his career through Barcelona, even if that option currently seems more delayed than imminent. Barcelona reaches an agreement with Eric Garcia to renew his contract until 2030. Spanish press reports have indicated that FC Barcelona has reached an agreement with its defender Eric Garcia to renew his contract until the summer of 2030, ensuring his presence in the squad for 5 additional seasons after his current contract ends in 2026. According to the newspaper Sport, the decision to renew with Garcia came after the player earned the trust of coach Hansi Flick, who praised his tactical versatility and ability to play in multiple positions, whether in defense or as a defensive midfielder. Garcia, 24 years old, was close to leaving earlier, but his impressive performance during the past season made him one of the important elements in the lineup, as he participated in 45 matches across all competitions, scoring 5 goals and providing 3 assists. Renewing Garcia's contract is part of the Catalan club's plan to reinforce defensive stability and build on the elements that stood out under Flick's leadership. Barcelona moves to secure its stars before the season kicks off. Barcelona continues its efforts to strengthen its technical stability by ensuring the continuity of several key players, led by 3 main players in the team. The club's top current priority is to renew the contracts of the trio: Jules Koundé, 26 years old, Frenkie de Jong, 28 years old, and Eric Garcia, 24 years old. This step is part of the sports administration plan led by Deco, which aims to secure the team's future in the long term under the leadership of Hansi Flick. Barcelona targets renewing contracts of key trio. According to the Spanish newspaper Mundo Deportivo, the starting point will be with French defender Jules Koundé, who is expected to sign a contract extension with the club until 2030 after returning from the preseason tour. The player had shown full commitment to the club's project and confirmed to the media during the tour that he feels comfortable in the Catalan squad. Since his arrival from Sevilla in the summer of 2022, he has established himself as a starter, and with the arrival of German coach Hansi Flick, he has become indispensable on the right flank of the defense. The second player on the renewal list is Dutchman Frenkie de Jong, whose current contract expires in the summer of 2026. The club plans to tie him down with a contract extending for 3 additional seasons, with a clause allowing a 4th season if he plays a certain percentage of matches. Negotiations had previously stopped due to De Jong's separation from his former agent, Ollie Dursun, but he is now ready to resume talks, with both parties eager to reach an agreement before the player enters his final year to avoid the risk of a free departure. In a related context, young Marc Bernal, 18 years old, is awaiting the official signing of his new contract. The club had amended his contract last September, adding 3 optional years after completing his youth stage, extending it until 2029 with a massive release clause of €500 million. However, the contract has not yet been officially signed by President Joan Laporta. Surprising statement from FC Seoul coach after the friendly against Barcelona. Honestly, it's hard for me to describe what I felt today. Sometimes coaches experience matches that remain engraved in their memory, not because of the result, the crowd, or the atmosphere, but because of the footballing experience itself. What happened today in this match against FC Barcelona was not just a football match. It was like a dream. An artistic, spiritual, tactical, emotional experience. Everything about it was different. I wasn't just watching a team preparing for a new season. I was in front of a complete footballing system, like a machine precisely designed, led by a genius mind named Hansi Flick. Today, Barcelona presented a level that cannot be compared to any team I've seen recently, whether among Europe's elite clubs or national teams. And the reason isn't just the players' quality, but how that quality blended with the tactical vision. Flick, the coach who earned the world's respect with Bayern Munich, came to Barcelona with a clear idea, a complete project, and a mission resembling a crusade to rescue the identity of a club that had slightly lost its way in recent years. And today, I confirm the project has launched. Barcelona, in this form, is stronger than ever in the last 5 years, and I see them as overwhelming favorites to win all titles this season. Yes, all of them, without exception. As for the aspect that can never be ignored, it's the young players. It's always been said that Barcelona has a great academy, but what I saw today exceeded all expectations. These youngsters don't just play. They dominate, impose their rhythm, and handle the ball, the opponent, and pressure like they've had a lifetime of experience. There are many names, but it's impossible to watch the match without stopping at the exceptional, the phenomenon, the miracle, Lamine Yamal. What Yamal is doing is unbelievable, unexplainable using conventional coaching terminology. We're talking about a player who hasn't even turned 20, yet he runs the attacking flank like Messi at his peak. His movements are smart, his touch is magical, his pass is lethal, and above all, his decision-making is mature. Maturity that is incomprehensible and unnatural at this age. At many moments, it felt like my players were up against a fictional character, as if we were facing a video game champion. Yamal is not just the star of the future, but of the present and future together. And I'm absolutely certain he will be the talk of the footballing world in the coming years, if he isn't already. And it's not just Yamal. There's Fermin Lopez, Casado, Alex Fort, Anderson Goes, and other young names who play with confidence, move intelligently, and execute tactical instructions like seasoned European professionals. Barcelona now doesn't just rely on ready-made players, but is boldly betting on a young generation, a completely successful gamble. These youngsters can write a new chapter in the club's history and have everything it takes to lead the team to the top for the next decade. And I cannot overlook the collective performance of the team. Barcelona doesn't play as individuals, but as a single unit. Their lines are compact, transitions from defense to attack are smooth and quick, and their pressing in advanced areas is organized and effective. It's as if every player knows his role, even in the seconds when he doesn't touch the ball. Flick was able, in a short time, to create a team that attacks with 10 and defends with 11. You don't see confusion, you don't see hesitation, you only see clarity. And that clarity is what distinguishes teams that win major titles. For this reason, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that Barcelona, in this shape, is a real and frightening contender to dominate competitions this season. La Liga? Yes, very possible. The Champions League? I believe they will go very far, perhaps even to the final. The Copa del Rey? They have the squad depth to rotate players without affecting performance. The European Super Cup and Spanish Super Cup? Short tournaments that depend on technical and mental readiness. And Barcelona seems to be in top shape. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see this team lift every trophy and return once again to the global stage like during the Guardiola and Enrique eras. What Barcelona did today wasn't just preseason preparation, it was a message. A message to other teams in Spain and Europe saying, "We are back and stronger." A message to their fans saying, "Rest assured, your club is in safe hands, and the future is bright." A message to everyone who underestimated Barcelona in recent years that the time has come to change perspective. They have regained their identity, their passion, and most importantly, they have regained the lost soul of the Blaugrana. I walked away from this match with a deep and unforgettable impression. True, we didn't win, but we gained a rich footballing lesson. And as a coach, I am extremely proud that I was part of this night and that I witnessed firsthand the birth of one of the greatest teams of this generation. Barcelona now, with Hansi Flick, with Yamal, with this promising generation, is not on the brink of an ordinary season, but on the brink of a new era of footballing dominance.